Namaste everyone, warm welcome to this mind purification free training where we are going to understand about how to purify our impure mind, a negative mind which is full of hatred, anger, frustration, agitation, stress, anxiety, depression. And once we break this, once we purify this impure mind, negative mind, we experience a positive mind or a pure mind which is full of love, joy, compassion, calmness, relaxation, pure joy, pure bliss. Are you ready to experience this state? I'm sure you are. So let's get into the details now. Why your mind is always agitated, restless? Even though we may certain times we may take rest or we may lie down, but our mind seems to be always restless. It is always revolving around the thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future. So that is why it is becoming restless and agitated. So now what is the root cause and how to master it, how to break this, how to purify it? So if these questions are bothering you, then this is the perfect training for you. Are you ready now to master your own mind, break from all these negative patterns and experience this positive state? So now, why we need to master? The question is, we know that we need to purify our mind, we need to clean our mind, we need to purify our mind. Why one must master his own mind or her own mind? It's because if we cannot master our own mind, we cannot master our life. Because mind and manifestation both are interlinked. Let's say if your mind is full of negativity and you cannot manifest a positive life. Let's say if your mind is full of positivity, you certainly will manifest a better life or a positive life. This is a law of mind, law of nature. Okay. Now the question is, why our mind is becoming restless, agitated? So one must understand the root cause. Before we understand that, let's understand what is manifestation. So everybody talks about manifestation, manifesting a positive life, manifesting a peaceful life. So manifestation is nothing but, so whatever the dominant energy within us is what manifests in the outside world in terms of health, relationships and money. Let's say if your mind or your energy is full of negativity, which means your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your habits is full of negativity, then you cannot manifest something positive. This is a law of mind, this is a law of universe, this is a law of nature, this is a law of attraction. We all know it. So now, why our mind is always agitated, restless? It's because our mind is constantly depending on the external things to feel positive or to feel negative. Let's say my relationships, health or money, financial situation is full of problems, challenges. Then mind becomes restless, mind becomes agitated, mind becomes full of anger. So which means my positivity of mind is depending on the external factors, the people, situations, money, health. If all these 5 things are positive, then mind becomes positive. If these 5 things are negative, then mind becomes negative. So which means the state of mind is depending on the external factors. That's the reason your mind is always fluctuating, your energy is always fluctuating, and that is the reason you are not able to manifest a positive life. You want to manifest positive things in your life, but if your energy, if your mind is always fluctuating between positivity and negativity, which means your energy is also fluctuating. Energy is also constantly changing. It's not constant. Let's say if you are offering something positive or positive energy, you must manifest positive things in your life. Let's say if you are offering negative energy, then you must manifest something negative in your life. This is the nature. So now, why our mind is constantly depending on the external things to be positive or to be negative? Why your energy is constantly changing? Why it is fluctuating? Why it is not constant? Why your mind is sometimes negative, sometimes positive? Have you ever had this question in your mind? So it's because the mind is always reacting to the experiences. Let's say you experience something positive, a pleasant experience, then your mind starts craving it, liking it, then it turns into addiction, and without which later point of time, without which you cannot experience a positive mind, because your mind, your positive mind is depending on something which is external. So this is what we call it as a stimulation. Mind always seeks external stimulation to feel positive. This is one of the reasons. And another reason is, let's say whenever you experience something unpleasant experience, then your mind starts disliking it. Then that dislike turns into hatred. That hatred turns into aversion. This is the reason for your mind agitation and restlessness. Either whenever you experience something positive or pleasant, then you start liking it, craving it, then it turns into addiction, without which you cannot be happy. And then if let's say if you are experiencing something unpleasant experience, then your mind starts disliking it, hating it, then that hatred turns into aversion. So this is the reason for your mind agitation or restlessness. And to put it in a simple way, the craving is nothing but without which we cannot be happy. Let's say if I am addicted to alcohol, without alcohol I cannot be happy. Let's say if I am addicted to shopping, without shopping I cannot be happy. Let's say if I am addicted to traveling, without the traveling my mind becomes agitated, my mind becomes restless. So this is craving. And what is aversion? Aversion is nothing but only without this I'll be happy. Let's say only without this person, because let's say if that person is constantly making you trouble, constantly commenting you, constantly causing a lot of pain to you, then your mind starts hating that person. So without that person only you can be happy. So this is the reason for your agitation or restlessness. So either way, both with the craving or aversion, your mind is restless, which means full of misery and suffering. So now how to come out of it? There is a way. Now why our mind is reacting? So if we stop here, then we'll not find the solution. Okay, mind is reacting, and how to stop this reacting? So mind is not reacting to the external situations or whether pleasant experiences or unpleasant experiences. Mind is reacting to the pleasant sensations, unpleasant sensations in the body. Let's say if it is a pleasant experience, then you must experience a pleasant sensation in the body. So for every pleasant experience, there is a corresponding pleasant sensation in the body, and your mind is reacting for that pleasant sensation. Oh, I want it, I like it. Then that liking turns into craving, that it turns into addiction. Let's say if I am experiencing something unpleasant, then there is a corresponding unpleasant sensation in the body or painful sensation in the body. Then my mind starts reacting with dislike, hatred, aversion. So in both the ways, mind is always agitated and restlessness. So your mind is not reacting to the external things, your mind is reacting to the sensations within your body. If it is pleasant, your mind will react with craving. If it is unpleasant, your mind will react with aversion and hatred. So now, why one is experiencing pleasant or unpleasant experiences? It's because we must bound to come in contact with the external world through our 5 senses of body and 1 sense of mind, which is like thoughts. Let's say if I'm seeing something negative, immediately my mind starts reacting with a lot of dislike, with a lot of hatred, aversion, because I'm not liking it. Let's say I'm seeing something negative, some horror or maybe some accident, some negative news. My mind immediately becomes alert and attentive, and it starts disliking it, it starts developing hatred and aversion. Let's say if I'm seeing something positive, maybe I'm watching a comedy show, like maybe I'm watching a movie which is my favorite movie, then mind starts craving it. Again, if I watch it one time, no, the mind will not stop there, because whenever there is a pleasant experience, there is a corresponding pleasant sensation. So now in order to experience the sensation again, I want to watch it again and again. So this becomes addiction. Addiction of watching, addiction of seeing, addiction of touch, addiction of smell, addiction of taste. Through these 5 senses, one is always addicted. Not addicted to the external things, but addicted to the body sensations of the pleasant and painful sensations. So one cannot stop coming in contact with the external things, external objects, because one must bound to come in contact with the external world. It's because we must see it, we must talk to people, we must hear something, or we must taste something. So always, if it is good, then mind starts reacting with liking it, craving, and then it turns into addiction. If it is something unpleasant, then mind starts disliking it, turning into hatred, turning into aversion. So this is a constant cycle, this is a constant loop. One feels that I cannot come out of this loop, but there is a way to come out of it. Now let's understand about it. Now how to manifest a positive life. So in order to manifest a positive life or a beautiful life, one mind need to be in a positive state. This we already discussed. So now how to make mind positive or balanced or equanimous? Only when your mind is not in a reactive mode to the pleasant sensation, to the unpleasant sensation. Again, if your mind is reacting to pleasant and unpleasant sensation, if it is pleasant sensation, if your mind is reacting with liking, craving, addiction, then if you're not experiencing it, then you feel sad, you feel miserable. Let's say if you are experiencing some unpleasant sensation, then if you are reacting with hatred, dislike, aversion, then even your mind is agitated, your mind is restless, your mind is miserable. So if you can stop this reaction, your mind becomes balanced, your mind becomes pure, your mind becomes equanimous. From this state of mind, one can experience, one can manifest a beautiful life. So now how to stop this reaction? Because this has become a habit pattern over a period of time, since our childhood, maybe including our past lives. So this has become a habit pattern. Now once we break this habit pattern, you can come out of all your misery and suffering. You are not victim to your misery, you are not victim to your bad karma. Even you can break this bad karma also. Whether you have done something bad in this lifetime or in the past lifetime, you can break this pattern, because at that point of time you started reacting either with craving or either with or with aversion. So if you can stop this reaction now, you also break the karma of your past also. This is how you can free yourself from this bondage of this lifetime, the bondage of the previous lifetimes also. So now how to stop this reaction? How not to react? Because this reaction will happen in nanoseconds. Without even our awareness, we are reacting. So it all happens in a fraction of seconds. Then later point of time we realize, okay, I have reacted for such a small thing, such an insignificant thing. So but why we are not aware at that point of time when the sensation arises in the body? And we must also understand this truth, that everything in this body, everything is in the universe is always constantly changing, which means impermanent. This is anitya. Once we understand, not at an intellectual level, not at a mind level, but an experiential level, if we understand this, then there is no need for reacting. Because anyhow, if let's say if sensation is arising, it must pass away. This is the nature of law. Yes or no? This is the nature of universe. This is the swabhav of our mind and the universe. So if once we understand this, one can know this, okay, there is no point in reacting, because anyhow this sensation will pass away. So with this understanding, one can stop this reaction. Otherwise, it is impossible. So just if you are understanding now, you are understanding at an intellectual level, okay, oh, everything is changing, but you are not experiencing that this sensation of pain or this sensation of pleasant sensation is arising and passing. You are not experiencing it, you are just understanding it. So now if you want to experience it, anitya, impermanence of your sensations, impermanence of your reaction to the craving, to the aversion, so you can experience a real happiness and peace. So only one can experience this real happiness and peace only when our mind is imbalanced, or when our mind is equanimous or full of positivity. So how to be positive, how to experience this real happiness is when we are not reacting, our mind becomes balanced, our mind becomes equanimous, then one can experience real peace and happiness. This is not something impossible. Initially, I too felt it is impossible to achieve a balanced and equanimous mind. But with the practice, it is possible. Let's say if our mind is equanimous and balanced, then we can handle anything, any challenges, any problems with a lot of ease, with a lot of clarity, with a lot of calmness, with a lot of relaxation. Otherwise, again, mind becomes agitated, restless. So this is the reason for our agitated and restless mind. Let's say again, if you are reacting to these sensations of let's say if it is if you are experiencing a pleasant sensation, if you are started reacting with liking, craving, addiction, without which you cannot be happy. If it is something unpleasant experience or painful sensation, if you are disliking it, if you are hating it, if you are developing aversion towards it, then mind becomes restless, agitated. So here also you are losing the balance of the mind. Here also you are not equanimous. Then mind becomes restless and agitated. So that's when we lose the balance of the mind, and that's when we lose the peace of mind. And once you are not peaceful, not balanced, then our energy is always constantly changing between positive, negative, always there is a conflict, always fight between this positive mind, negative mind, and who is going to win? The positive mind or the negative mind? Whichever is dominant, whichever is you are practicing more. Let's say if you are practicing more of reaction or reacting with craving or aversion, which means your mind is always agitated, restless. So which means your negative mind is more dominant, your negative energy is more dominant, and this is what you are going to experience or manifest in your external life. So if this is clear, then how to practice it? So how to practice it? One must experience the truth within this body and mind. In order to experience this truth, one must observe what is happening in the mind level and the body level. Mind level, there is always thoughts, positive, negative, and as soon as there is a positive or negative thought, there is a corresponding sensation in the body. This one must experience it at experiential level, not at an intellectual level. So once we become aware of this, then we also become aware of the nature, changing nature of this sensation arising and passing. Then we'll understand this truth called anitya, impermanence. And once we understand this, then no need for reaction. Anyhow, it is arising, it is passing, arising, passing, arising, passing. Where is the point to react? So then our reaction stops. We can break this pattern of this negative mind, and one experience a positive state such as love, joy, compassion. So this is the way, my dear friend. Are you ready now?